It's about power.
Oh.
It's about will. It's about desire.
Rock. Where are you going with this?
He thought about
Rock.
that when he thought about this
The
video
Rock.
idea. He's like, this is how I'm starting.
Owner of the XFL, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, has come to a partnership
Wait, what?
deal. Yes, that's
Dwayne?
why I did that. Dwayne Johnson is co-owner with Danny Garcia of the XFL now.
Since when?
They bought it. They
Well-
bought it from Vince McMahon, dude.
Ever
I
since
was about to say, I thought McMahon owned that. He did give it up, but
That's a
like,
mistake.
He gave it up. So they came to a partnership deal with the NFL. Let me get into the exact deets.
This is so dumb.
I wonder how much that
The
cost to buy
XFL,
the
dude.
XFL.
It's not going. I don't even think it's going to work anyway. I don't
Okay,
care
well,
what
here's
they
the
do.
thing.
I don't care what they do.
Well, listen to these deets real quick. Joe, you might change your mind.
The Rock's XFL agrees to deal with NFL to innovate game, test rule changes for safety.
This is almost like a
safety.
minor leagues to baseball, it seems like.
Well, I'm glad you said that because let me read this.
All right.
While the XFL and NFL will be working together in certain areas moving forward, Garcia made it clear there is no goal or intention to make the XFL a development league for the NFL. Tommy.
Okay, here's something, though, you got to keep in mind. Whenever things don't work out, you will settle for what you can get.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
This could be a D league right here. What if
Listen.
players go to the XFL instead of to college? What if they allow that? How about that?
Or
I feel like it's a place where like once they're at the end of their career and nobody wants them, they go to the
Then
XFL.
they could go to the XFL.
Yeah.
They could do that.
Well, they
If
probably don't want
to.
to play if they're at the end of their career.
No,
What
but I
makes
mean,
them wanna
like,
do that.
there's definitely
Like if they're
been,
not good enough to
Well,
make
like-
it onto
yeah,
a roster.
yeah.
like Le'Veon Bell, like he's like at the end of his career, but like he's like what, a third stringer? He could be a
So,
starter in the XFL.
players that aren't good enough to be on the main roster that still want to play the game.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
They
Right.
go to the XFL.
Yeah, or,
I'm personally kind of excited for this.
Dang, I thought
more football is always good.
I thought what was going to come out of this was like, I thought maybe like the XFL had rights to their overtime rules and like the NFL had to buy them to like get those rules and then they could switch their overtime rules or something like that. But
So that's what I'm really excited for is because I like some of the rules that the XFL changed whenever
Yeah.
they came back. I like the overtime
The
rules. I
three-point
like the
conversion.
three-point conversion that they could go for. So if they test it out and people really like it and it's in connection with the at the NFL, maybe we could see that in some capacity. Maybe it's not necessarily implemented into all the games, but you could see it tested at the Pro Bowl maybe and see how that goes and see if that kind of adds some excitement to the Pro Bowl.
I really like the overtime rules they had.
And the thing is, too, we always talk about how crappy the refs' calls are and how we need to test different rules and stuff. This is the perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
Maybe they do test all cameras in the XFL and see how that goes. Maybe that's better, and then they can implement that into the NFL, and that can get
Yeah.
rid of all these stupid pass interference no calls or face mask no calls or holding calls that, shouldn't be holding calls. So it could just really help the NFL
Very
on a
true.
level that we're not even thinking about right now.
Is there like do they have like a start date that they're planning on starting their
February 2023 is when
Oh,
we're going to start. So
2023.
next year.
Right after the
the
Super
X-
Bowl, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Ah.
So it goes NFL into XFL.
Dang,
That's
this-
what it was originally supposed
This
to
is what it sounds like what they did before.
Yeah, I'm not. I was excited for the XFL before.
Remember?
Huge disappointment.
I
I'm
remember
not
we
expecting
watched.
anything.
Well, we watched like the first 3 weeks, and
We all
then
picked teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then-
Andre Jones, baby.
was it? did it stop because of COVID, or did it just stop because of other reasons? I think it was other reasons.
Well, they stopped it because of COVID, and then they never started back up. So the funding wasn't really there, I would assume. I think they were
Yeah.
putting too much in, and they weren't getting enough back. So they were like, all right, let's pull the
It
plug.
was getting towards playoff time, baby.
Yeah, they could have before
And
that.
there was like what, only 8 teams, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you can only have so many
I know.
teams because you can only have so
Yeah.
many players like that are really in. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of people that be interested, but have enough talent to be able to actually play in it where it'd be, competitive and actually worthwhile watching.
When we watched it, my thought was, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Not that this is good.
for a little bit.
Not that this is bad. It was just interesting. Remember how they did all the sideline? Like they had people mic'd up and like.
Yeah, it was bad. That
Adam
was
McAfee
fail,
did something
though.
for it, didn't he?
Yeah, like
he
dude,
absolutely hated it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was all just
Yeah,
a
you
fail.
can
That's
tell
why
right
I'm not
away.
expect. I mean, I'll watch it to try it
So-
out, but
Linking themselves to the NFL, though, I feel like does them a lot of good.
Oh, yeah.
I
Huge.
mean,
That's
I
huge.
was wondering, like, if Vince McMahon can't do it, how is anybody else going to be able to do it? Like,
Yeah.
what are they going to do? And linking themselves to the actual, like, best league
Yeah.
could help.
Well, I assume this has been in the works for a while because The Rock's a smart guy. He really is. He has a good business head on him. Whenever he showed up at the Super Bowl,
Is that
being
why?
the owner of the XFL, I think it had to play something.
yeah.
I was like, why
What is
in the
his
world?
XFL T-shirt ad? Like,
I know.
I had no idea he
Well,
owned the XFL.
I don't even know if it was for that. He's everywhere.
I mean, he is.
He
Everywhere.
doesn't
That
want
is
it
true.
anymore.
But
that
yeah, I was
free
shocked.
promotion.
You're right.
That he was getting paid for.
Dang, what if he snuck in like
That's what I'm
at
saying.
the
He-
very end? He's like, and watch the XFL.
Well, here's the thing too. Now that they're partners, the NFL could promote the XFL. So you could be watching a really good game on Sunday Night
Yeah.
Football, and then there goes an XFL ad. Hey, if you want to see the potential new rules, you want to
Tuesday
see
Night
us
Football.
change the game. Watch XFL.
That's kind of how the NBA does with this Australian league. I don't know what it's
Really?
called, but there's like they'll promote this Australian league but it's not the NBA. So I feel like it'll be kind of like that.
Yeah, and then just linking themselves to the NFL, like if they want to do a new rule change, if they want to
Yeah.
switch to the 3-point conversions and get extra points away, if the NFL promotes as, hey, we're experimenting
Yeah.
with this here at the XFL,
Yeah.
and if we get a lot of, if people really seem to like it, including the people that are watching it
We'll implement
in
it.
the XFL, maybe we'll implement it, so
Yeah.
maybe that will get more people to come over to the XFL.
And the thing is, the bottom line is the XFL is going to happen. So any way to make it better, any way to make it more exciting, I'm up for. I mean, it was going to happen regardless. We're going to have to cover some aspects of it. So the fact that now it's into the NFL and it's kind of more exciting gets me a little bit hyped up.
My takeaway, I don't think much is going to come out of this. I don't think.
I don't think so.
I think they have the potential to do it, and they could, but I genuinely don't think much is going to
It's
come
gonna
out
be
of
like
it.
a one and done type of thing to me.
The thing is, though, how much power does the NFL have? I mean,
I don't know.
like, is the NFL in for it just as an experiment thing? Like, if the NFL is in it, they have to be in it for money
Yeah.
also.
Yeah. I think what it is they really want to try to test out rule changes, test out safety protocols, test out this type of stuff.
Because if it's just that,
Yeah.
and they're not making money, and they don't like really care as much about promoting it, then I could see it failing.
they're looking at it, the NFL has said that they're looking at it as a new way to innovate the game of football.
So it's just like it's a big experiment,
Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah. But like I said, it gets me more hyped up than I was originally for the XFL. So, I mean, it adds something to it. And again, we'll see what happens. We'll see if it only lasts a year like it did this time, or if it even makes the year. But I think with the backing of the NFL, them partnering up.
If this doesn't work,
This
it's
is
never
good.
going
No.
to
I wonder if they're using
It'll
the same
never
ball
work.
they had last time, or if they're going to revamp
Yeah.
that too.
That ball.
And make sure you stay tuned because next episode we're reacting to the top 9 XFL plays because there aren't 10.
Wow. There's not even 9. There's 8.
8.
See you next time. Peace.